Alrighty. Edenville.
Fun boy.
Good boxes.
Okay. It's off.
Alright. This is it. Watchun Pelo, home of the Pelu Pelu. Wuk Lamat should have arrived before us. That's not good.
What's wrong?
Probably getting scammed.
Not scammed, but... You've come all this way for the right of succession. Oh, so this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. Please, the outcome is far from decided, but it is a possibility. How fortunate, then, that I deal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler.
I feel like
And
Wuk
the
and
nation-
Estinian would be a nightmare duo in this place.
No.
And the nation's ruler should dress her best for her adoring people, yes? Finery for our finest lady, that's right. Come, third promise. My well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady? I like the sound of that. All right, I suppose a quick look wouldn't hurt.
Caramel grabber.
What did we just talk about? Erenville, when did you... Shatona from far off Jacques Toural. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I cannot imagine how you survived them without the lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. No, thank you. I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the third promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, of course. My shop door is always open.
Well, at least he's a good sport.
Yeah.
That look.
You were saying something about not being easily charmed? I was just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers, like Wuk Lamat, fall prey to this affable approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pelu Pelu. Let us all take Erenville's words of caution to heart. What?
You not notice
Did you not notice Alize and the Warrior of Light nodding to that?
Alpha no.
Alfie
That time he bankrupted the Scions.
Right, yeah.
for one sword. I love that.
References
All
to
right.
shit.
Poor Wuk.
Well, Alpha no.
Not my
And, like-
finest moment, I'll admit. But now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy, then. Kryl, Alize, and I will speak with the merchants. Wuk Lamat, you and Erenville might try approaching travelers and passers-by. As for you three, pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third promise.
Yes, Alfie.
You know what you did. You made your Setsu happy, but you know what you did. And Atara will never let him forget it.
Alright. Can never tell at a glance if the Pelu Pelu are a man or woman, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna default to guy, because that's the voice I can do best. The Dawn Servant's Elector. Ah, I thought you were a new face here in town. Here for the right of succession, I take it? Me, I don't much care who sits the throne, so long as they keep Dural peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax and sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? A joy shared is a joy doubled, I say. No, No, thank you. Oh, right, yes. You were asking about that elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I've heard that there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Tobil, could probably tell you more about it. Okay, Maya hopped down and she's getting restless. I'm gonna let her out real quick.
And there you have your answer.
Took her
5 minutes?
5 minutes.
And to be fair, I wasn't petting her, so.
If you're not going to pay attention to me, human, I will leave.
I did it first, but then I had to start voicing things, and she doesn't like it when I talk when she's next to me.
Protected human equal worthless departing.
Let's see here. Electors. Oh yes, I've heard all about the right of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Zoralja. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers. In the thousands column, potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide.
About that.
Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? No, I would not. Be firm. Very well. You said you wanted to know about the elector? I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you're no supporter of Zoraja or his policies. Dick.
Well, fuck you too. You do, yeah, happiness or whatever. You do know he's going to go around and kill people and conquer lands, right?
Too much happiness when he's burning cities.
Yeah, there's not be much happiness in trading when everything is burning.
Hey, I think I know how we can tell the gender of these Pelo.
To be fair, this one's distinct in color because this one's a recurring character.
Oh.
Hello there. I'm Mablu. Do you have a question for me? Sorry, I don't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our prized alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you. And that stuff stinks. I happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Tobli, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobli noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch.
I wonder who that could have been. So at least one person here wouldn't mind the first son winning, though I don't think they quite understand like how he would go about expanding.
Wants to expand our borders to the world with more friends, more customers. What's that about war?
What's that about war and like trade doesn't really come too well to your freaking.
Trade doesn't happen when arrows are flying, if you know what I mean.
Indeed.
It does
Oh,
if
you
you're selling
really
weapons,
have to watch-
but I don't think you'd be sending weapons to your enemies.
Oh, you really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal. And a stack of blankets. And then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobli is the man to talk to about the contest. Now, if only they'd share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. Really? He's also the head rancher. Well, the alpaca ranch is not far from here. I say we pay it a visit before the others return.
Yeah.
Hiya!
I don't know how I feel about these people yet. They're better than the other merchants like we've dealt with.
Aldar is.
They're not.
They're better. They're better than the monetarists of Ul'dah.
All the monitors could learn anything and do from these people. Wuk. Oh. Time for more trauma.
That's a lot of alpaca. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course.
What?
Yeah, sure. Look at that smile behind.
Just yeah, we know.
Hello.
Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobli? Tobli? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I cannot tell you which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobli often mentions his favorite, pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though who among us could? Am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Tobli a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobli. Let's ask some questions first to narrow down the field.
100 subjects. I guess it.
Great. We can meet back here when we share our impressions.
Maybe offer him a bottle.
He said something about pungent. A pack of spit smells, and he's in a pack of ranches. So maybe it's something.
Okay. Need to start asking around.
Talk to this one again.
Well, obviously I'm not Tobli. I mean, oops, I shouldn't have said that. You're meant to find out for yourself who Tobli is, or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck.
How about you?
All right, let's see what the diligent ranch hand has to say. Ah, a
Elf.
visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas will spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. Boastful ranch hand. You think I might be Tobli? Well, maybe I am. All I will say is that, in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I.
Not him.
A nonchalant ranch hand. Am I Tobli? Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise and their entourage. Sharp instincts. Shall we commence the rite of succession then?
It's
I don't think
diligent.
that's him.
I think it's a diligent one.
Maybe. Destination. Oh. Granola bar. I should have buttoned that granola bar sooner. One moment.
I'm sorry, Wuk. You seem to have something stuck in your mouth.
She does-
Taco.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never did get our tacos.
Sweet.
I see we're both done with our interrogations. So who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick.
Diligent.
Diligent.
Think so?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I guess.
Diligent ranch hand.
The worker's so intent on stable chores. I had my eye on that one too. Time to rip the mask off our mystery ranch hand, so to speak.
See if
Because it would be rude to actually rip off their masks.
We know it's you, Tobli, and to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity.
An offer I gladly accept. As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobli, head ledger of Wachenpelo and head rancher of the family ranch. I am also one of Galu Jaja's chosen electors.
In a place featured in the Tuli Yolal saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust in your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last time.
What happens if you choose the wrong one?
I don't know. I didn't pick the wrong one my first time because I Googled it because I was nervous. Like, shit. I know there won't be any consequences, but, eh.
I mean, the other guy was incredibly boastful and full of himself, and then the other one was smarmy. So,
Yeah.
She found you out fair and square, Tobli.
And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity had her bid ended here.
Deducing the Dawnservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring
I
ruler,
got that voice so
eh?
wrong.
I am on dialogue. Are we ready?
I am.
3, 2, 1, go.
Right. Not hard at all.
Hello. So yeah, there's the other dude. Hello.
Oh. Yep, there's the first promise.
Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
Look at that intimidating Aztec lizard.
He's glancing towards the room one. God damn it.
You're Tobli.
Without even asking a single
You are
question.
totally.
Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed
because the other
to
one was too
actual
scared.
challenge. Per the Dawnservant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
I got the sunrise right who said that.
Huh?
Fun timing.
What?
That seems a specific
While I've
alpaca,
not
right?
had the best
An alpaca.
experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example!
The example?
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, third promise?
Oh no.
Oh, no,
Who?
please.
Me?
Can we
Well,
not?
it should stay
Can we
calm
have
if
the
I
first
stay
one do it?
calm, right? That's what Aaronville said.
No, we got here first.
Trauma. Thing coming.
This is trauma.
Oh no.
Ah! The little monster spat on me!
Oh,
Ah, oh, that stinks. I can't.
that's
Night, night.
and
Okay. Oh.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely
you
curious
know, this
and
really is-
extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration.
Oh,
the globs
no.
contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but
Oh,
did
that's
I need
nasty.
to bathe an alpaca spit for you to
what?
make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching.
Yeah, I see.
The alpacas will help me
Oh,
judge
no.
which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
Okay, suddenly the difficulty rose.
So I'm to chase
It's gonna
down
be an
a
instance with
fluffy,
us playing as Wuk.
spitting demon, and that
Well,
somehow
not here.
proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge.
Guy's a troll.
And when you reach the end of the rite, I dare say you will understand why
There's a
I
method to the
chose
madness.
what I chose.
Hmm.
Very well. This won't
Wait for
take
the
long.
big-headed, the two-headed
Roll Charles is
idiot.
gonna walk up to one, pick it up by the neck, and drag it.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
I don't remember having to deal with Bakul Jaja during this particular bit of the story.
Okay, so... Well, I guess
So far, this
canonically it would make
experience
sense.
has done
He goes and
absolutely
fucks
nothing
with the
to
other one,
improve
'cause-
my opinion of
and
alpacas.
now we're dealing with this guy.
Yeah.
Better, he's just too scared to
That
deal with
doesn't
this
mean I
one.
can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Are you all right, Wuk Lamat? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not
did.
scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
This is a script.
Scream.
Thank you
In
very
other
much.
words.
Thank you, Bun Boy.
Just keeping it real with her.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly
right.
did.
And he had an alpaca spit on her.
So if
Poor-
we
poor
can't
girl.
help her with the catching, what are we going to be doing through this whole thing?
With the preparation is what we help with.
Ah,
Hey, I found one. Look, I get it.
yeah,
That one's already captured. That one doesn't count. We have to go do it. I had to go and wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff for me just to make sure? Stench is ruined my sense of smell. Hey! I saw that look.
there was no luck.
Backstepped.
Ooh, 91. Fun boy, what shall we do?
As Wuk helped demonstrate, the valley alpacas are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. They have enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful. Give me one of those then. Have you perhaps forgotten we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you'll need to find a saddler and make them an offer.
Ooh.
They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel in the thousands column. You mean 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin on me.
I do.
Converting to gil, that comes to around 1 million or so.
Oh, I don't.
They have to-
Jesus Christ! 1 million?
happen if we all pitch it? Remember, Gil is like the equivalent of yen.
Also, isn't Alphino and Alizé stupidly rich anyway?
Yes, but they cannot. I'm pretty sure their dad wouldn't appreciate them throwing 1 million gil for a foreign contest.
Their dad doesn't appreciate them
At
doing a
a
lot of
saddle.
things. They do it anyway.
Also, that would kind of defeat the point of the contest and take a while because I'd have to, go all the way back, get the money, and come back, and at that time, Garaja.
On the other hand, hear me out. Millions would be 100% on board.
Yes,
Look,
but
we
it would
can't
still go against the spirit of the contest.
Look, we can't just go around Daddy by going to talk to Mom.
Why not?
Yeah. All right.
No. This is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money. Somehow.
In that case... That basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier. 1 pel in the 100th column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for ever more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle.
That's a nice gesture. But you think I can turn 100 pel into 1 million? That's 10,000 times more.
We need 10,000 pel, not 1 million. So we're looking at 100 times more.
Oh, right. I panicked and got confused with Alphino's million gil.
Okay, in fairness, Alfie did kind of make that a little confusing for her.
I'm not so sure about this trading idea. You were almost talked into buying a cloak you didn't need mere moments after you arrived.
But I just... I hate it when you're right. Then let me help you with your deal-making. Oh, hello again. Mablu. I work here as a ranch hand, but I've also learned a lot about the peddler profession. It's alright if I aid them now, yes? I guided the claimants toward the first step of defeat, like you asked.
As long as Wuk Lamat goes alone to capture her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whomever she likes.
Hooray! Let's see about getting you that saddle then, Third Promise. I don't know why you made your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu.
Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend to the alpacas.
Gladly. Although you three, I think you should go with Wuk Lamat. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over, and surely have sage advice to share.
In that case, you should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with.
As if I would do such a thing. But I'll leave the wool with them anyway. Better to keep my hands free. To begin, I suggest we try trading the wool to Havel the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it will give an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares.
I mean, have we really? I mean, we've kind of seen markets. We've seen Razat Han.
We've seen Razat Han, we've seen Charlie and Ishgard. All of these places have different markets and economies. We've seen, the Far East. Doma and Hingashi.
Hell, we've even seen them in another world.
Yeah, we've been to the first, and they have a completely different economic system because they have to, because they're a post-apocalypse.
I've been to the 13th. Their economy is souls.
Their economy is, hey, can I eat you? Cool, I'm gonna eat you.
I'm a drink.
Oh, I can't eat you. Then I will help you eat other things if you do not eat me. That's their economy.
I'm a drink you now.
I'm a drink you now.
All right, Havli.
Something I can do for you? We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how will you be paid? with this basket of fine alpaca wool. What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff, and you've got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us, Third Promise. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column.
I'm really hitting.
Now we.
Hold on. Did you say Third Promise? Oh, then my offer has changed. The saddle's going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least.
Damn it!
3 years? That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I must support the man of ambition who will see my business proper. Zaraja will go to war, and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. It's nothing personal, Third Promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price.
Yeah. Always.
I'll get.
Someone merchants willing to trade the lives of Gil. Alright, so now we find someone who has premium alcohol, see what they want, go to the merchant who has that, see what they want. It's gonna go all the way back. So.
Can't say that I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers.
Well,
Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory, Wuk Lamat. The younger ones, though, to them, strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we enjoy now for granted. Still others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave the future the Second Promise envisions. They've become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles that have made travel swift and easy. Then you have those like Havli, convinced that the First Promise's plans for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized the accounts of what it was like when the Yakoi ruled our village. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn's servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well then, I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. But the type of mezcal the saddle maker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed, we just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade, or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with a piece of tuliyolal on the line. And neither will I. We will make you Dawn's servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration, so let's first try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance.
We met a guy. We met a dude at the front door.
Of course, the Weaver! Bolnock was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision, and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going. But for now, let's head back to that road where we first met him. Wahoo!
Now, if y'all excuse me, I'm going to see this little saddler over here, and I'm going to punch him with my scythe.
No, that would be a bad idea. That would get us disqualified.
Technically, it's only disqualification if the if the candidate harms anybody
Guilty by
without their
association,
consent.
Thanatos. Politics.
Best to just not. Uber's here.
Fine. Ow. Stop it. I didn't even touch the aetheryte. Stop it.
Unacceptable.
Them little shits like,
Hey, that's
oh,
not
bloodshed, and they don't understand what war is. So they're perfectly okay with letting people go to war. It's like, I make a profit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we need to win, so that they don't get that.
This is the spot. After Bolnock talked to us, he walked off to the south. Then he was probably going to Ikfulo's Inn. Most visitors to Watch and Pello end up staying there. Let's go and check, shall we?
Bird.
Burp. Oh, and there's a fate going on in the area. But it's already being cleared.
And you're getting attacked by something.
OP by bears.
Can I have the basket?
Yes, you may.
Thanks. Now let's see if we can turn a profit. Bolnock, glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade?
Third promise. You wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is all about?
I did not understand what you just said.
I see. So the goal is to turn that basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Peace in Tural is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledge to preserve that peace when the throne. Thus do I humbly offer you this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory.
Oh, that's fine craftsmanship. Comment like that would easily fetch 5 pel in the hundreds column. That's very generous, Bolnock. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down.
I have every faith in you for third promise. May fortune bless your future dealings.
I can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because our friends remembered our weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental precepts of trading, one which you've instinctively mastered. You think so? I know so. Now, let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Here, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Erenville would never let me hear the end of it.
There's a lot of things he never lets you hear the end of. He keeps it real with you, and for that, it's good.
All set? Our next deal is waiting to be found.
Excellent trade. Wow.
Wow!
I didn't actually think they'd give us something like that.
Success! You traded a 100 pel basket of alpaca wool for a 500 pel wool poncho.
Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual in urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than a merchant simply looking to stock his shelves. That makes sense, but how do we know if someone needs a poncho?
They aren't wearing one? That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the obvious answer, isn't it? We look for a person without a poncho and hope they're eager to buy ours. Yes, there you go. We find the demand for our supply. So where should we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are any number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be interested travelers. Who here needs a poncho? A lot of Mamulja hardly wear anything to begin with. Those are probably Landsguard or sellswords. Mamulja who soldier for a living prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampers their movements. So even if they have bared shoulders, Mamulja carrying arms can be struck off the list.
Alright. So. We need one who is
unarmed and not having a poncho. What about the one on the right?
the disconcerted Hubigo.
Yeah, the one that's got his arms crossed with his back to
I
us.
don't see a weapon on that one.
I don't see a weapon.
The sweaty one has weapons on him, so does Hardbitten.
Alright, yeah, let's go with the right one.
Let's see. No coat or cloak, but also no weapon? Oh, we might have a winner. Oh there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof.
Oh, it was no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on the way here and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker from Tulhiolal, and was dressed quite smartly, all the better to show the Pelu I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance, and therefore his work as well. But now look at me.
Well, sir, this is your lucky day.
Poncho, for you, sir.
Give me money.
Oh, what a splendid poncho. This would be the perfect replacement for the coat I lost.
We'd be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade. For one of your fine tools, perhaps?
What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality.
The blade looks sharp, the heft well made. I'd value it at 1 pel in the thousands column.
So we just doubled our money again.
Oh-ho, from 500 to 1,000. We have a deal.
Wonderful. A fine garment such as this should put me on even footing with any Pelu merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Miplu's Mate Garden, for one. Field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate, and I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. Glad I am to have met you. I really like how they've updated the shading on materials like leather and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Mamulja head dressing just looks so good now.
Did you hear that? We've already found our next buyer. To Miplu's Mate Garden we go. Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas.
Must we?
These ones will be the calm type, right?
Probably. Excellent trade. 500 pel to 1,000. Success. You've traded a 500 pel wool poncho for a 1,000 pel hatchet. It's such a silly little visual addition.
Oh my god.
I like it. It's dumb, but I like it.
This story has gotten so weird. It's just like one of those cartoons where like I'll trade you this for this and this and this and this, and you just go through all this until you eventually. Oh my god.
Where Nog was trading a bunch of random shit to try and that gets sent to repair the station, and you end up setting Cisco's desk.
Alrighty.
Well done recognizing that toolmaker as a potential customer. If you've a mind to change professions, you'd make an excellent merchant.
Hold on a second, I have acquired glove. Is
I
glove
also
good?
Acquired glove.
Glove is not really good. No, not as good as what I've got.
Okay, well,
Wuk Lamat.
hold on, I'm looking at glove. Eh. Look.
Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold on to this. With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Mablu has so kindly provided.
Mablu.
Ready to go? Let's round up.
Alright, Sophia.
Yes.
Whoa.
This is like that thing in Endwalker where we're running the dodos.
Yeah, no. Same basic thing.
This was
Oh, hey,
slightly
it's
less
snowing.
derpy animation.
Is it snowing?
Yeah, we're in the mountains. It snows in Charlian sometimes too.
Let's see. Weird planting with a black mage face. Cactars.
Not cactars. Look at that.
Not.
Not a cactar.
Not
Not a
Lying to me.
Oh my god.
Not a cactar. Those are not a cactar.
Game's lying to me.
I love that fucking name. It's so stupid, but it's funny.
We made it, and without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Ikuvlo's inn, so I'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn servant, weren't you, Third Promise? That I was?
Be pretty surprised if
Then-
she wasn't.
Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Tobeli took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them? Yes. And everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. And here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle if you're going to prepare for the Feat of Gold. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. At that, Wuk Lamat's way with people, and we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. That's Meeplu herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the Third Promise, and let's get the bargaining.
His accent just keeps tongue twisting me. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering it too.
Eh.
I'm not an accent person, really, sadly. I should probably take lessons on accents now that I'm thinking about it if I'm going to be doing
Was it-
voices.
Tom can teach you how to speak British.
I mean, If you haven't picked it up,
There's a
after
lot of
5,
British
6
accents, my
years.
man. There are a lot of British accents, my man.
So what would we call Tom's? London?
I mean, Orange, Norfolk.
Yeah, like, you live in London now, but you were not raised in London.
No, I wasn't. I'm from a bit up north, mate.
So you're from the north?
Lots of planets got a north.
I was waiting for somebody to get it.
Lots of planets have a north.
I'm from the north.
Good
Here we
old
are
us.
in the snow. Winter's come.
Yep.
We're in the south, actually, right now. Yaktural is the southern half of the Turali continent. You have that little axe for me? Yes, I've got the fine hatchet. Here you go.
Thanks. Now to see what we can get for it. You're Meatblue, the owner of these fields? I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the third promise. I might be convinced to entertain the proposal. What do you have on offer?
Excuse me.
This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan, the razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column, the same price as the hatchet. This deal would bring us no closer to the mezcal. If I may, Mistress Miplu, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. Well, we've missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way. A generous deal here will put you in the third promise's good graces. Surely that's worthy of consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming, and I will have no need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Wuk Lamat. That's why I'm prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair, given your reason, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this, then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would. Until Kono's reforms come about, I can always use more hands in the fields. Then you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Added value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You can rest here if you like, Mablu. These three and I have mate together. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then. And mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you.
Okie dokie dokie.
Okie dokie dokie.
To the fields. Oh, and there's a fate in progress. Mind if we go do that for the XPs?
Sure.
Experience and a possibility of helping me unlock faster mount speeds. I was working on that for a bit.
Sure.
You do 6 fates in
As
any
long as
given
you keep
zone.
us alive, we have no tank.
Yeah, let's pop out our chocobos and...
Then can you guys loan me some glacial green somehow?
I have 1 glacial green, and I have 12 minutes left on torpedo. So take this one quickly.
I can give you 12 for the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can deal with it.
After we
And
finish
I'll
this,
give-
I might. Give me a few, yeah. 1.
Come on, Frank.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to pay a visit
I
to
still love this
Gardania
outfit for you.
at the end of this session.
I'm still so happy I got this outfit.
All right, shall we?
Tally ho!
Choose. More people.
Done.
Woo! All right, now I can unlock faster mount speed. Also, check out my barding. I didn't realize I had this barding.
What is that?
Suzaku barding.
Oh, nice.
No idea where I got it, but it looks good.
I love Durr.
Reindeer. Presents.
All right,
Alright.
let's grab mate leaves.
Leaves.
Used in tea.
Here you go, Tom. This is for you.
Yep, and it's in a foreign country, so it's about right stealing tea leaves from other people. That's my name.
Yep, that makes sense. Just like the British, we're just stealing their tea.
So, can I go dump them in the harbor?
It's fine.
No, that's Americans. They'll do that in retaliation against us.
I saw a picture of someone on this 4th of July saying this is how I, as like an American, it was in London at the time, so this is how I celebrated the 4th of July, and was pouring their iced tea bottle into the Thames. And I'm like, you just went to one of our shops and bought that off us, we don't care what you do after that. It's like,
I said we already got our taxes off.
so all you're doing is denying yourself a drink, yeah? That's right. Ooh,
Wow.
don't know what point you're trying to make.
That they're stupid?
They think it's like a fun symbolic gesture or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Anyways, me blue.
You've brought me some leaves then?
Yes, here we go. Mate leaves.
An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fared before I make any decisions, though.
All our birds right there.
Here, we've brought our share as well. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mate leaves.
1001 bill.
Premium mate! Bought at the shop, one sack of those leaves would cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column.
We just quintupled it to 5,000.
Yeah, apparently.
Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest.
Harley Hill.
Laleho! Time for her to have her existential crisis.
Mablo, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before. Even after everything Tobli's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobli to accept my decision then?
What do we say?
Do you
Kind of want to do the bottom.
Yeah. Do you intend to give up at the first hurdle?
I can't! After getting a taste of real trading, I want to be a merchant more than ever. Then you'll just have to be honest. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Tural's peace, and becoming Dawn Servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobli had the same opinion. So talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than to worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice.
Fat grin.
A big grin.
But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next, then? We try to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel? No, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into double the value, eh? Think we can do it? Trust me, I'll make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Kona and Zaralja?
Yes.
I mean, of course I am. I'm Wuk Lamat of the Dawn's Promise, after all.
One thing that she has well above her brothers: social skills.
Very approachable.
Very approachable and very willing to learn and get to know people. Kona is too into the scholarships and just like thinking too much. And the first promise is just wants to beat things up with strength. One values strength, one values knowledge, one values charisma.
And then the other guy is just a big dumb meter.
We don't even talk about him. Let's just pretend he doesn't exist until he causes trouble. Then I kill him.
Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. I don't need to risk proving Erinville's point.
Indeed. Frag, Nuke, can you...
Stop mating for
Are
a
they
minute.
mating? Are they mating over there?
I don't know.
Whatever they're doing, it's weird.
Ready then? Our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery.
And that is how Missile was born.
I don't approve of this,
Alright.
Frag. Come.
Oh, he came all right.
Oh. And that's this video immediately restricted and...
Hey, you're not ad revving these things.
No,
anyway.
but
I don't think
YouTube
anyone
still
really cares.
No, but YouTube sometimes it's hard for people to see these videos for stupid reasons.
Okay, give me just a second here.
I released the first one of these and it was restricted for shocking content and I have no idea what the content was that was so shocking.
All right, and now I can move faster.
Yeah.
My mount speed is increased.
How'd you do that?
Well, I've done a total of 6 fates, and that let me purchase the riding mount from the gemstone trader, or the riding map, which increased my mount speed. You guys have only done 1 fate in this zone. You need to do a total of 6 before you can get the riding map. I was doing fates before y'all logged in, so.
Fair enough.
So now my Uber is better than yours.
I only see fillet, pineapples, and hide.
Those things can sell pretty well on the market board.
Anyway.
Right?
Come on.
My blue!
We'll want to speak with a man by the name of Gobly. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as a master of the craft. He knows the value of his product, so if we're going to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to need targeted information. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. If you could talk to people here in the distillery, perhaps Wuk Lamat could do the same at the village entrance. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn.
Valid.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys.
What?
This here?
What?
This is my blue.
I don't know this elf.
You know me too.
Alright. Me? I'm a chef from Tuliolal. I often come here to buy Gobly's mezcal, the finest in Tural according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I take small sips, not wanting to be impolite or understand, but still end up so addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. It would be nice to have less, potent refreshments during such conversations. Else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement.
Oh, over here.
Raplu!
Raplu.
There's not much I can say about Gobly, but I can tell you what Gobly's been saying. The other day he was muttering about monsters prowling around Agavijaz. That's the field where they gather ingredients for the mezcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients and thus driven up the price of its product. A boon, some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't rightly bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing they love.
Getting drunk, kill some monsters to get in group races. From here.
Suvli! Gobly might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of the sun perch. Bablu! We got lore!
So, what did you find out? Oh, we can make use of all those tidbits. This deal is as good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobly is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go on ahead, and I'll bring Wuk Lamat.
Uber's here.
Speed.
Alright, Gobly. You have business with me? Why don't we talk down below, so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? Time to haggle. This music used to play in the bazaar back in 1.0. Now, what's this about? Keep it brief if you would, I'm a busy man.
We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal, assuming you have any on hand, that is.
Ah, an excellent choice. I must warn you, though, doesn't come cheap.
We don't have pearl, but we can offer a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff like the mezcal.
No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them.
No deal? Just like that?
Still, I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal?
Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first?
The monsters in the field.
I don't feel like that quite works in this case. The guy just mentioned the mezcal.
The chef's distaste for strong drink.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good one. All right, playing it.
I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, Hubigo Chef, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer? Something like mate tea, for instance? And brewed from the finest leaves, of course.
Hold on a second. Someone's knocking at my door. What? No.
Yes,
My
sometimes
room's
take
fine.
you
Close the door and be gone.
Hmm.
Darn, Grandma. She means well, but she doesn't take a hint. You're right. Absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Hubigo friend, but did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after.
Should we offer to call the monsters causing them trouble? Not yet. We'll keep that card up our sleeve until we need it. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility?
As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal.
Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Voliak Shunsa. It would be a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments.
What, am I ugly? That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court?
We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing. An introduction to a weaver. His name is Bolnok, and his works are highly regarded in Tulihyolal.
Right.
Smart girl.
As a supporter of Wuk Lamat and keen observer of palace politics, he'll doubtless be happy to provide you in the selection of outfits to fit this golden occasion.
That is certainly a tempting proposal, and one which I should like to take full advantage. But the scales still aren't quite balancing.
And now we play the card.
Say, weren't there monsters running amok in Agave Jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you.
Truly. I'd be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear them out. Factoring in that saved expense and the introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. All right, you have a deal.
Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment, and these three and I will take care of those prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Bolnok. The fields you're looking for are just north of Wachanpello. Be safe.
Don't worry. We're good at killing things. Come on, girls.
That's not an alarming sentence at all. Imagine hearing Kyra or Cassandra rather, just blurting that out. Don't worry, we're good at killing things.
Oh, don't worry, we're good at killing things.
If anyone's
Come
gonna
on,
say
fam.
that,
Time to
it'll be her.
enjoy life.
Come on, fam. Time to go hunting.
I think the most alarming person for it to come out of would either be Rosa and or Aeon.
Aeon. Definitely Aeon.
Definitely Aeon.
Don't worry, Kupo. We're good at killing people.
I don't think Aeon would be quite that dark.
I think it's Rosa's heading in that direction. It's just...
We've corrupted her poor little kitty mind.
At least when it comes to the end.
That should be Agave Jaws, just over there. This'll go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you finish clearing out your share of the pests.
Most recent episode that got uploaded saw Cass getting Yamcha, right?
Yep. He's probably going to end up alternating between Genesis and this for the next couple of months while I'm waiting for some more thumbnails to come out.
She is working on the next one.
Yee. What is the next thumbnail anyway? I forget what that one is.
It's Kunara and the Moon Lady.
Ah.
Lady.
Yeah.
Something to do with the Crystal Tower. I'm looking forward to us diving down there. It's gonna be... oh, for obvious reasons.
Well, first we need to meet the person who will give us the potions to breathe down there.
And then you need to go talk to a certain big boy.
Yes.
Who's turned into an elder in the interim.
Compared to the creatures I hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Mablu the sack of leaves so she can seal the deal.
Who are we going to talk to for water breathing potions again? I remember possibly Leafra.
Mummy.
It was for yeah. You were gonna talk to
Albert.
Cassandra's mama.
Yeah,
Oh, right. Yes,
Because she's an alchemist.
You will be meeting. Ow!
That's not about green wildlife.
Says the elf who kept getting attacked by fish yesterday.
What can I say? I like to feed my cat wife.
Neothil,
Yes, honey.
heal.
Sorry.
Heal.
We all know Miko was the balance in that relationship.
We all know that.
Well, I think it's more like they traded the pants back and forth.
No,
If I recall
Mika.
how we described before, in combat and mission stuff, Nee was always the leader and Miko would come in line, but when it came to domestic
When it came to the home, yes, Mika is absolutely the boss.
Yeah.
All right.
Those monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. Now if I could just have the sack of leaves.
Here you go.
Yep.
I'll leave it with you.
Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. Your monster problem has been resolved, Master Goblin.
Second, I
Here are
had
the
someone
Mateli.
calling my name.
Oh no!
No. Once again, our British man has been stolen.
I don't think it qualifies as stealing.
Why not?
Well, because for it to be stealing, it would have to be someone that Tom does not belong to snatching him away.
Mm-hmm.
But is his fiance, so.
Consul.
Can we have our British men back? I guess not.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I've incurred the wrath. I just need to run.
What?
Oh no! What have you done?
What did you do?
She went she just wanted me to take like some pots into the sink because she's about to go to bed, and she remarked that she hasn't even told me about all of her day yet, and I said back, "Oh, it's fine. I'm sure you'll just be moaning about work anyway." And I got glares.
You
The
are either
balls
very brave
on
or,
you, my man.
I would say you are either very brave or very stupid, man.
Both, and I like teasing her and getting annoying her.
I would get such a glare
I
from
did. I got an
Mystic.
amazing glare.
Honestly, if she really had a bad day, she'd probably throw something at me.
The face she pulled was worth it.
The sign of a healthy relationship. Relentless teasing.
Oh yes, very much so.
All right, Mablu.
Your monster problem has been resolved, Master Gobley. Here are the mate leaves and the written introduction to Bulnock, as agreed.
Then the deal is done. Here, your jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments.
Got it.
Yes! We finally have the mezcal. Great work, especially you, Mablu. You were the one who inspired me to come this far, Third Promise. But let's not celebrate until we have the saddle in hand.
Excuse me? Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future.
Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you.
Most of it, the first prompt just found nearest alpaca, clogged over the head really hard and wrapped it down.
Probably.
All right, we've got what we came for. Let's go grab our fucking saddle.
Then,
Wuk!
things to tame the alpaca.
Even at the palace, I don't think I've held a 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you had better hold on to it until we get to the saddle maker.
Yes, please do not drop it.
That would be very, 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 very annoying.
Can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over again? Luckily, Havley's place is not far. We just need to head across the plaza.
Look, I will.
Hey,
I will hang you by your tail if you did that.
Turn her into a piñata.
This is it. The trade we've been working towards.
Here's your
Do
mezcal.
not drop it.
Phew, still in one piece. Right, time to make our deal.
Busy deals. Make Gabby's proud.
Much jingly shine.
Get your tools ready, Saddler. We've brought your precious mezcal.
Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug? But you had nothing. A few measly clumps of wool.
What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift for negotiation.
Aw.
Yeah, she's blushing.
Although I'd sooner aid no claim about Zaraja, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelu Pelu. The trade is a fair one. I will craft your saddle, third promise.
Great!
Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials, so this won't take long.
He's like, I don't want to help you, but the deal's
Rules are the rules. The rules are more important than my political inclinations. Good man. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time of it with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. Ah, I can taste that smooth mezcal already.
He's gonna get drunk.
We did it! The saddle is ours!
Now the
And
hot
to think we started out with only 100-pel basket of alpaca wool. Mablu, you are going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that, third promise. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting.
They've been waiting for a good couple of days at this point.
Alright,
Got the claiming saddle.
back to the other little hobbits.
Indeed.
Child thing. So guys, we did a busy deal.
We were very busy. Alfie!
We at line?
Da.
You've acquired the saddle then?
Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca, though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. I know. This is something I need to learn.
The music.
God. We be taking.
Just that sphincter clench expression on Wook's face.
Oh, great sunken gods, I did it!
Very nice.
Indeed. He hardly even seemed bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if he was completely accepting of Wuk Lamat's touch.
That is because of the singular scent with which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. You know, I've never taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute.
Hey, she got there!
You're only now noticing that?
Uh-oh.
Number 1.
Zoralja's back.
What the
Oh
hell?
my god, that thing's gold.
Having done exactly what he set out to do. That alpaca he's brought. Is it just me, or is it glowing? I've heard tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpacas live solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. How did he manage to snare a prize like that? A beast knows its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how greatly the power of the first promise exceeds yours, Wuk Lamat.
In other words, he bullied it into submission.
Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Tyrell can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war.
Excuse me?
To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and the hopelessness firsthand. Exhaustion from prolonged conflict, the wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join in the founding of Tuliyollal all those years ago.
Well, a rather conflicted man. Great men are forged in war, but only the lesser men light the flame.
Consider the younger generation of this village. Since birth have they basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war not as tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much-needed lessons in the realities of conquest and a renewed appreciation for peacetime.
Okay, that's just sophistry, you know it.
'Tis true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose. The rebellions it spawned and the ruins it left behind.
See? Garlemald 2.0.
The Garlean Empire was a congregation of simpletons.
Oh no, it was...
And what are you?
It was made by one of the most brilliant men at Sundere to ever exist, so you can start with that.
The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well as they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. That is why Galul Jaja did not elevate the Mamul Jah, why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons. He would unite not only Tuliyollal, but the star in its entirety.
It's an alliance.
Are you serious?
What? Why? I need not explain myself to you.
I'm gonna try and conquer the alliance. Good luck with that.
Oh, well done indeed. The first promise has completed the feat of gold with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present to you your much-deserved keystone.
You know, a thank you would be nice.
I don't think he does thank yous.
He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even with Gona. It's like we're not even family.
I hate this guy. Honestly, I hate this one more than the two-headed idiot. Like, the two-headed idiot is just that, an idiot. This guy
He's competent, he's competent, he has family, and he's chosen to forsake it all because, you know, he is, my Vic's right?
Yes.
He is the
Let's
mightiest.
teach the world how great peacetime is by killing that peace and causing a war. And let's not just do it with all of our nation. Let's do it with the whole star. Does he seriously think he can take on the Eorzean Alliance, the Garlemald Empire?
And Garlemald, it's ruins.
Okay, but again, Garlemald, we'd still be there. The entirety of the Eorzean Alliance. Does he honestly think he can fight that?
At the end of the day, I won't get into why, but when it comes to Zeralja, more than anything, I just pity the guy.
Pity.
I won't go into why. That'll sort of resolve
it.
He
has his motivations, but the guy's pity.
Look, I've dealt. Look, with all the shit.
Yeah, no. By all means, hate the shit out of him. He's an asshole, but I pity him all the same.
Hey,
look, dealing with
I will point out, Hades, that we've hated many people in this game, and this game has a habit of making us feel bad for them anyway.
Okay, look, dealing with the Garlemald Empire, my pity well is very, very dry. So he better have a damn good explanation for it.
Sure, we're gonna end up fighting him and taking him.
I still don't like the Garlands, but I tolerate that they're trying. Look, go get your...
I'll ponder Zeralja and his mysteries later. Right now, I need to think about finishing the Feet of Gold. I have my saddle, I've practiced how to use it, so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam.
Okay, hold on a second, I forget how to pronounce this.
The Valley of Oronkanka is northwest of here. Come on, everyone. Even if we can't enter ourselves, we can see Wuk Lamat off on her hunt.
Watch the bad taste out of us.
Onward! To the completion of this particular plot thread.
Yeah.
Next time, we're absolutely gonna probably be opening with the first dungeon.
That would be nice.
Indeed.
So, I feel like we're probably not going to have to fight Kona, but I know there's definitely going to be like either a trial or part of a dungeon where we will have to fight the first promise.
The first promise I feel would trial in some way. The other guy would be the dungeon boss at best.
Yeah.
All right, Wuk Lamat.
I can do this. I know I can.
Cheer on Wuk Lamat as she marshals her courage to attempt the harrowing task of capturing a wild alpaca.
Yeah.
I gotta do the cheer.
Cheer! You won't die?
Much.
Good luck there, promise!
Dying is not a numerical value. It's a binary state. Either you're dead or not.
I mean, tell that to the Asians. And us, to be fair.
I wait on Wuk's line.
Yes.
Alright, Emma, thanks, I'll need it.
Count down.
Yep.
3,
Alright. Here we
2,
go.
1, go.
Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too.
Correct.
Yay,
Right.
Good luck.
I'm off.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
As will I. Wuk Lamat is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
You really think it'll take her that long?
First, you gotta find an alpaca, and they're flighty creatures.
I can't believe the guy went to actually just get a golden one that's so oh, these are so secluded they even seclude themselves from their own kind, and yet he got one.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
Match it.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
But aren't you a Shaitana from Shaktural? Why did you cross the salt?
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt. Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlayan. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart, and off I went to become a gleaner.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking, and I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
Wait. Do you hear that?
She did it.
I did it.
He sounds exhausted.
I did it. She hasn't gotten any fucking sleep. She all-nighted that shit. All night and all day.
How many times did she get spat on? That's what I want to know.
She actually has to get
healed. Small wonder.
Well done, Third Promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
It pays to have a sage on hand.
It just pays to have a healer on hand.
Like, same difference.
Indeed. All right, my blue.
My blue.
I'm so relieved the Third Promise came back to us safely. And the alpaca she tamed is a healthy-looking beast. Surely this will be enough to satisfy the feat of gold.
Alrighty. Except knowing the Pelu Pelu.
Wuk Lamat still seems a bit unsteady on her feet. Hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt away fatigue like magic, though? Mate tea. Out onto the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and the tea will be ready when you arrive. As Ma Blue so wisely suggested, we shall set at a slower pace for our exhausted third promise.
I am so tired. I chased this damn thing all night.
Probably chased a bunch of them, frankly.
Teleportation.
What the hell is that?
What?
Teleporter.
Cyber turtle.
Oh, hey, it's a Squid Game turtle.
What?
It's a Squid Game turtle. Interesting. I didn't know that was a mount.
Kind of bird riding it.
It's a turtle.
Is that a thing from Solution 9?
You're expecting me to tell you things?
Let it raid around the GPU.
There's the gold. The gold one's still here.
Well, of course it is. Zeralja brought it, but he has no use for it.
Came back ahead of the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea then. Wuk Lamat can't be that far behind.
You got something a little stronger?
I'm still on a loading screen.
Oh, that tea really is magical. I feel better already. I see you've become more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. What grasses and fruits they eat, what sounds they react to, their adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown kinda fond of them.
Welcome back, third promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes, there is no mistaking a valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done.
Yes! We did it! Although I couldn't find a shiny one like Zeralja did.
I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. They're elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Galul Jaja himself.
Papa was chasing alpacas too?
So my grandfather's stories say. It was before the founding of Tuliolol, in a time when the mountain giants, the Yakui, held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Those were wretched days to hear grandfather tell of it. Then along came the young Galul Jaja, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing two-headed figure, equal to the Yakui in stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. Some trembled in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Galul Jaja showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of mate tea we offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. None could have anticipated what their visitor decided to do next. Galul Jaja ascended the cliffs to face the giants and freed the Pelu Pelu from the Yakoi's subjugation. He then turned an appraising eye upon our riders and proposed we take to the road to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who traveled as he did, intent on fostering amity between the clans.
That's definitely isn't his father.
So it was that a few words from Galul Jaja transformed us into a clan of itinerant merchants. So it didn't start that way.
I've never heard the bond Papa forged with the Pelu Pelu spoken of in that way before. The saga is not so detailed.
Then you may not know that Galul Jaja sought a pure-footed guide for his trek up into the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca.
So both my brother and my father caught the rarest of creatures, while an ordinary one was the best I could manage. The feat required no more than that, Third Promise, and you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. Mablu's right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me.
Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people in true Pelu Pelu fashion. I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result.
He didn't bring joy to anyone, he just went and terrified the thing into a submission.
You should be proud of the accomplishments which earned you your keystone.
Woohoo!
That's
2 down.
5 to go.
Five more to go. You're well on your way, Third Promise. We'd have been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelu people and their customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It was because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well, Wuk Lamat. You've given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say. Tobli, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades.
As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I could provide. Yet never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear you found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You'll make an exceptional peddler. I am sure of it.
Thank you, Tobli. What did I tell you, Mablu? There's one last thing I can help you with, Third Promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. Then I suggest you talk to the Yakoi. They once ruled over far more than just Urkopacha and the Pelu Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Yogg-Tural and all its peoples. During that era, the Pelu Pelu were commanded to search for the City of Gold. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could the Yakoi have to tell us? They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated.
We lose nothing from asking the question. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually.
So are they like... So they're like friendly now, right?
I mean, they have multiple factions, but the ones we'll be engaging with are largely friendly, if quiet.
Oh, Kryl, I have a question I've been meaning to ask. And since we finished with the feat, where did you acquire that earring? My earring? Do you recognize it? Yes, pieces just like it first became fashionable in Yogg-Toral around 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago? Right about the time my grandfather made his journey. Yet the Dawn Servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than simple fashion. If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I could try to find out. Seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants, I'm curious to learn about it myself. I would appreciate that very much, thank you. Jumping feet first into the peddler business, eh, Mablu? Right then, that's 2 keystones down. I say we head back to Tulihyolal and plan our next move. Farewell for now, and thanks for all your help. I will become Dawn Servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion.
Off we go. She has a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. Even brought a golden alpaca to heal.
But you've heard Zoraoja supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating. Terrifying, even. Whereas I've grown to love Wuk Lamat, everyone she meets will come to love her too, and that's why she'll win the throne.
You might be right, Mablu. You might be right.
Strength isn't everything.
Oh, the Wuk Lamat spies everyone she meets. Well, that first promise of spies is terror.
Like, not everybody loves us just because of how strong we are.
Alright, Wuk Lamat.
Oh, it feels good to have the feat of gold safely under our belt. Even if my victory pales beside Zoraoja and his shiny golden alpaca. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and cons know you've all been so supportive, but I want to be strong or wise like my brothers. To be a promise that people respect. Which is not likely if I stand around here carrying on and on about things. Let's move on. Back to Jabali of Tai with us. The contest has hardly begun.
I mean, if you take a warrior of light that cares only about strength and nothing else, you get in the race.
Basically.
Where's the walls?